just downloaded it probably about 11 minutes ago, and it's done. So, yeah. We're gonna make it as dark as possible. JK, we're gonna make it as bright as possible. So I can see, and you can see, we all can see. Crease me. I don't know. Yes, I am sure. Let me set up my computer. I completely forgot about my computer. New game, load game. Okay, I'm gonna load a game. Yeah, there is no save data. I know there isn't. Don't judge me. Sorry, that's what that was popping up as. That's why you guys couldn't see anything. Give me one moment while I grab my computer to set this thing up. It was one of the free games for this month, so... you know what? Give me one moment, guys. I want to see if you can even hear me. Because this seems like pretty loud music. Come on, load up, computer. Bad start, I know. Well, that's new. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. YouTube. Nope, not my notes. YouTube. More things are disappearing. Dang, I hate that. Come on. Huh, didn't know they were live. I'll ignore that. Come on. Sorry everyone, this is being a bit of a pain. Wolf plays. Cool. Give me one moment. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so cool, you guys can actually hear me. So we're gonna get a new game, and let's see how this goes. So my stream's all set up, I won't have to leave anything. Let's go with a normal difficulty, seeing that this is my first time, and I don't want to make things insanely hard on me. That would really suck. Wouldn't you all agree? Okay, make sure that's up. Cool, everything's good to go, guys. And girls, ladies and gents. So let's see how this works out. Ba 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 ba. Greedfall. So yeah.
Could you suggest a tap?
Like this?
Yes, yes. The chin a tiny bit low. Gaze a little more to the right. There! Now, hold the pose.
Wow, that must be very irritating. First of all, I thought he was talking to the skeleton. You know what, let's go. Nah. Is that some kind of scar we have? Interesting. No. No facial hair. Huh. That seems like me in real life. Okay, let's don't want too long. It's just the yeah, this is like an adventurous kind of haircut. I might go with that one. That's more of my Fallout character look. Okay, let's go with this hairstyle, a little bit wavy. Wait, there we go, perfect. Hair color. Ooh, is that silver? It is. Huh. Nope, 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 nope. I wonder, can I actually do that real quick? I wonder. Why would I do that? That's funny. Okay, yep, and then let's go with hair. Let's give her a little bit more of a pale complexion, eye color. Ooh, there we go. Silver eyes. Unless I can get red eyes. Can I get red? I don't think so, can I? I gotta go to silver eyes. But, okay. One-handed heavy weapons. One-handed blades, firearms. Strength and endurance. Craftsmanship and valor. Firearms. Okay, one-handed blades. Set an elemental trap. Accuracy / agility, science, and lockpicking. Well, magic is one-handed heavy blades, divine magic green status, some mental power, willpower, science, and I'm gonna go with magic. Yeah, you heard me, magic. Okay, the recommended is mental and willpower. Willpower helps with magic. Same with mental. Okay, I'll definitely do those. I got one more point. Oh, I got... magic damage. Okay, that's like my... This will help with damage, while this helps with the magic points. So I have more magic I can use, but this helps with damage, so I might be able to use that to my advantage. And I should do science or... what was it? Intuition. Intuition... gathers sight, become easier to see, slightly increases number of ingredients and objects obtained through gathering and looting. Unlocked context. Okay, so this helps me unlock certain ones. And science will help me, allows to make simple potions, allows to destroy weak walls, and helps of explosive. Charisma will help improve my companion's combat abilities. Nope. There we go. Blah blah. Okay, lets you pass through certain difficult passages that require balance. Increases maximum ammo capacity and lets you slightly recover HP and magic outside of combat. So this is good for my magic, but this also helps give me some some certain options with dialogue. So I'm gonna try getting some lore into this. I'm gonna do this. After I get another point, I will. Next point is at level 5. I'll get this now with some magic. And I'm sure, I don't mind, I guess. Yes, I'm having a female for this game.
Just a few more minutes. You have such an incredibly... that's a compliment, my lady, out of my mouth. Your particularity gives you character.
You're still here?
We have nearly finished. Have you any more need of me, Master?
You haven't forgotten that we're setting sail today, have you?
Of course not.
Your cousin is nowhere to be found. I've searched the palace from cellars to attics. Your uncle is beside himself.
He was of a mind to paint the town last night. Don't worry. I shall track him down. Make care to your own preparations without wrinkling another frown. We'll meet you on the boat.
It's about time your cousin took account of the responsibilities awaiting him. He should go and inform the ambassadors of Thélème and the Bridge Alliance of his departure.
Have no fear, Master. I will go and see them in his name.
I regret the eyes I made. It kind of makes me look blind.
I beg your pardon, but urgent matters call me away. Might we finish all this later?
Impossible, my lady. You are leaving with the tide, if what I've been told is correct.
I am sorry, sir, truly. I must be going.
My lady, please, I beg you. Her Highness has personally requested I finish.
Thank you, cousin, for getting me out of that.
Okay, that's funny. So I guess... okay, so this is my running abilities. X is to run. Okay, so square is my magic, it looks like. It looks like I'm holding water magic? Okay, so triangle's an attack. Okay, so let's see. That's square. And where am I supposed to go? Okay, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just running around.
Green blood!
Kurt!
And so the day has finally come. My royal fledglings are leaving the nest.
Accompanied by their most loyal and tenacious master of arms.
As loyal as your gold.
Enough with the cold mercenary. I know you like us. Still hiding your men in the unsuspecting shadows of the greats of this world, I see.
Hey, our blades are the only thing keeping you dainties alive.
Kurt, I'm not in need of your protection. I'm no longer a child, you know.
Is that so? Well, let's see. Fight with honor!
Do you consider magic as honorable? Okay, so circle does that. Okay, so circle. Magic. Okay, to assign a potion to a shortcut, use da. Okay, cool. Okay, I'm messing this up. Use bind.
You defend yourself well, Greenblood. One might think you had a proper master of arms.
The best.
You already training for your new post of legate? Don't tire yourself. Flattery'll get you nowhere. But for the fight, you have remembered your basics. Your performance just got you out of a final lesson. Unless you want to go through the paces again before we depart.
Sure, I'll go
I'd be
through
up
it.
for that. A little last-minute training couldn't hurt.
In that case, Otto here is going to be your training partner. Go! Fight with honor!
I feel like this was probably a mistake. You can use shadow magic and light magic during your adventures. This status spells allows you to temporarily freeze an enemy. Spells use magic shown in blue bar on the top left. Cool. No. Okay, bind, top bar. You can assign your skills to one of the shortcut groups available. Down, left, up, right. Skill troop 2 is that, holding those, and skill group 3. Cool. Armor. This physical armor level shows how much is shown using shield on the health bar. Armor sorts part of the physical damage. To break enemies' armor, you can use impact weapons. In certain traps, use magic taps to ignore armor. Cool. Fury, a state that allows you to use special abilities to inflict bonus damage and make enemies lose their balance. That's L2. Okay, cool. Hold R1 to see through your weapon.
It appears we've brushed up on the basics.
It does. And I'd like to be on my way. I've quite the list of things to do before we depart.
Indeed. Remember that you can always train in our barracks on the island if you're feeling rusty.
Are your bags packed for the great departure?
Yes, you know I get by with very little. You're not angry that I'm coming with you, I hope.
Show him how happy you are by coming along. Complain about being shuttled by a bodyguard.
On the contrary, I am thrilled that both you and Sir de Corsillon are joining our party. A few friends at your side in unknown territory is a boon.
Don't tell me the old school teacher is competing against me. By the way, where is our future governor hiding? I was hoping to put his skills to the test as well.
I've no idea. He had plans to celebrate his departure last night, and we haven't seen him since. You know Constantine. I should have gone with him, but my heart wasn't in the mood for a celebration. The thought of bidding my mother farewell.
It is never easy to say goodbye. But you should be going to see her now. She must be waiting for you. I'll meet you in front of the palace. Then we'll go and find Constantine together.
Very well. I'll meet you as soon as I've said my goodbyes.
I like the silver hair. I try giving my character. Okay, so I need to go this way. This way. Open.
What is this? Have you not been taught to knock? I've asked 1,000 times. Oh, it's you, my dear child.
Mother, I'm sorry. I'm having trouble getting used to your condition.
Come now, let's speak of more pleasant things. I'm so very happy to hear your voice. You remind me so much of your father. I do miss him so. Today is the big day, isn't it? Ready to set sail for that island everyone's talking about.
Yes, but the idea of leaving you behind, alone and ill.
Dying, my child. Alas, there is nothing you can do by staying that would ease my suffering. One thing brings me cheer. They say the island is full of miracles, and we might find a cure.
Even if I were to find it, I would never be able to return in time to...
I know. But it brings me comfort to know my daughter has left on a mission to heal her people. Come now. It is time for you to take leave. Here. Take this with you.
What is it?
A family heirloom. Something that... Take it and keep it with you. May it bring you good luck. All my blessings go with you, my child. Now, be off.
She kind of looks like a sentient zombie. It's nothing to laugh at, but it's kind of funny in my opinion. And it's just sad. I feel bad for the mother. Correct. Okay, so in my opinion, I think there's, okay, not my opinion, sorry. As far as I can gather, there's some kind of disease out here. And so far I've only seen me and said mother having said the disease. So let's go see what's happening. Does anyone else have it? Is there a way I could get in first person? It'd be so much easier to play. Control options. Controls. Gameplay. I like the subtitles on. It makes it easier for everyone else in case you can't hear it. Okay, so no, there's nothing to make this go in first person. That sucks. And there's the night.
Kurt. It's done.
Sorry, Greenblood. Look, we can see the masts of the ship that'll be taking us. This is one sacred adventure we're embarking on.
I hope this island will keep its promises.
In order to know that, we'll need to find Constantine first.
You were right. Maybe he is already at the port. He was so eager to leave.
This will be quite the chore to finish before our departure. The commander wants to recover some merchandise from our supplier, but the transporter doesn't want to deliver. I did all I could to persuade. Nothing came of it. All the parliamenting fatigues me. But this is your domain. I wouldn't say no to a little help.
Of course. Where is the supplier located?
In the lower boroughs, near the port.
Right then. We'll put it on our list of visits.
Okay, team set up. Yeah, I mean, I don't have anyone else I can ask, so I guess I'll ask Kurt. Okay, so you got a main push mission and a side.
I've been asked to pay visits to the ambassadors of Thélème and the Bridge Alliance before our departure. Their dwellings are not far from here. We could go there first.
Very well. You think Constantine will be waiting for us next to the ship?
I don't know, but it is certainly worthy of inspection.
Oh, she's a noble.
Madam, I'm sorry. I'm afraid that I won't make for good company.
I think I know why he keeps calling us Greenblood. Not as if we're a rookie, but because of this disease. It looks like it's like the Earth is taking over us.
I wish you a good day, Your Excellency.
The guards won't even talk to us. That's rude. Did he have too much to eat last night or something? Or is he checking out this rock? Because, I mean... Yeah, no. Let's show something like Assassin's Creed where I can jump.
Greetings, Your Excellency.
Nope, not want to talk to me.
I believe I've seen you at the palace. Are you one of the prince's relatives?
Hello, milady.
The smoke from the bonfires renders the air unbreathable. I so wish I could leave the city.
Oh, hello, Your Excellency. It is an honor. Have a nice day, madam.
They say the ambassador of Thélème sends his guard all around the city in search of heretics.
Interesting. So it looks like there's some bad living conditions because of bonfires and Apparently, some guards are looking for heretics. Not too good. I need to find a way up. Are these people sick? God, this is making it difficult for me to get to you. I guess you're a plague doctor. This place looks very miserable in my opinion. Is this guy sick too? Or is he just taking a break? Probably taking a break. Okay, let's see. We've entered the princess. What in the world?
Madam, I'm sorry. I'm afraid that I won't make for good company.
There are some days when you'd rather get drunk all day than have to suffer through this again. Did you hear? People say a great alchemist set up a stall near the tavern.
Interesting. Found it. I feel like this might be the alchemist. Oh, this is the ambassador.
Lady de Sade. I have been told that you were named legate. Congratulations. Those are great responsibilities for someone as young as yourself. But you will bring honor upon your family and the congregation. Of that I'm certain.
I thank you, Excellency. I've come here to inform you of our departure for Teer Fradee. My cousin Constantine is taking office as governor of New Serene, and I'm accompanying him.
I had no idea you would be leaving so quickly. What a shame. I had thought... Well, then, that is a pity. Have a pleasant voyage. A brilliant future awaits you. They say that it is a marvelous island. Please convey to your cousin my congratulations and sincere wishes for success.
You seem slightly hesitant. Please, tell me what troubles you.
Looked like one of my skills popped up.
Individual has been sowing trouble in Serene. A charlatan passing himself off as an alchemist.
Do people actually give credence to these lies?
Alas, yes. They snatch up his celebrated panacea. Remedies worse than the ill, believe me. As you can well imagine, alchemists are our pride. This vulgar trickster casts dirt upon their reputation and our own at the same time. In any city of the Bridge Alliance, we would have arrested him. But here, we respect your laws.
I shall see what I can do, but make no promises. My departure is imminent.
I thank you, Excellency. And I am pleased to see you have taken so well to your new functions of diplomacy. The man operates in the city center. He is said to be clever and mean. Be careful.
Ask about more. The Bridge Alliance? You know what? I want to know what this Bridge Alliance is.
Would you be so kind as to tell me what you know about the Bridge Alliance?
With pleasure. A legate needs to know the history and strengths of her allies. The alliance was sealed by several nations of the Bridge around 200 years ago. The greatest of our cities, Al-Saad, became the capital, and a council formed from the different nations now rules. This union was originally put into place to better resist the appetites for conquering our neighbors. But our ancestors quickly realized that the union had also strengthened us economically and culturally. And of course, exchanges in knowledge were strongly encouraged from the outset. Today, it is by no means an overstatement to claim that the Bridge Alliance leads our world in science and exploration. Each day, we push the limits of our understanding further in each and every domain.
Okay, so the Bridge Alliance is just a bunch of different nations that grouped up and are...
Could you give me your understanding of the relations between the congregation and the bridge?
Our relations hang essentially on the quality of our trade and commerce. The exchanges are very profitable, especially on the cultural front. I will not hide from you that we have hoped you would join our number for quite some time. But your princes insist on maintaining a neutral stance between the congregation and the other nations on the continent. It is by all means a respectable position, even if it means you also trade with our enemies.
Well, that seems we have a very unfortunate area, because now we're trading with our allies, but we're also trading with his enemies. So that's not good to have.
The Bridge Alliance has been on Tirfredi for much longer than we have. What can you tell me?
It is true that we founded Hikmet, our newest city, around 15 years ago now. Alas, I haven't been able to go there myself. I can only tell you what others have reported to me. It is a luxurious island. An enormous dead volcano thrones in its center. The vegetation is extremely varied, and the fauna wondrous. We discovered animals that we had never ever seen before. Some are bigger than houses. But they're not the only occupants of the island. A savage and crude people also live there, who speak an incomprehensible language. But you shall discover all of this for yourself soon enough.
So this island's supposed to be beautiful and luxurious with a center-top volcano, but apparently there's very crude people and large animals. So let's go figure this one out real quick.
And what of your war with Thélème?
It has been dragging on. In fact, it has been dragging on for years. It is madness. If those bigots hadn't gotten it in their heads to convert the entire continent, we wouldn't be in this situation. But that's the way of the world. We shall not waver, whether here or on Tirfredi.
Have you been fighting battles there as well?
From what I've been told, Thélème has wisely and tastefully built their colony far from our city. Direct conflicts are in fact quite rare. But one day they will inevitably take place.
Okay, that's interesting.
I need to be going. Goodbye, Excellency.
Goodbye, Lady de Sardet.
So, we don't have much problems with the enemies. A lot of teacups. I'm guessing they're expecting a lot of gas. Now, can I bother this guy in the corner?
Greetings. I hope your day will be better than mine.
I want to go upstairs. Okay, whatever. This kind of reminds me of Assassin's Creed. Okay, give me one moment. I just got a message. I just want to run over to this place real quick. Okay guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. We're gonna talk to, what's his name? Cardinal Antonius?
Good day, Excellency.
Lady de Sardet, to what do I owe the pleasure?
I have come to inform you that my cousin Constantine and I are departing for Tirfredi on the hour.
Ah, yes. I did indeed hear talk that you had both received callings of greater stature. Allow me to congratulate you. Were you not named legate of the congregation?
You are correct, Excellency. I thank you.
It is a station of great honor that I am sure you will fill with brio and panache. The Mother Cardinal Cornelia will be enchanted to work with you, and your cousin in the future. I only regret that your departure is so sudden.
Really?
To be entirely honest with you, I was hoping to solicit your help in a rather delicate matter.
Tell me more about it, and perhaps I can take care of your problem before my departure.
Very well. A small group of dangerous heretics has found refuge in Serene. We know that your uncle tolerates the presence of all pagans within the city walls. But these particular non-believers threaten the fragile harmony of this place. We would consider it a tremendous favor if you would arrest them and deliver them to our guard.
Heresy is not a crime in Serene. You do know that, but I'm sure that my uncle would hear your arguments. Why call on my intervention?
The Prince would indeed give us his blessing, but it would take time. Far too much time. For according to our sources, these fugitives have already made contact with a smuggler to take them who knows where.
I see. You were hoping that I'll be able to do something before they make it to an enemy city. If your heretics are planning on boarding a ship, then they must be in the dockyards. I'll look into this and see what I can do. Could you tell me anything about Thélème?
It would be a pleasure. As you already know, our glorious nation is guided by our faith. We follow the teachings of Matthias, our founder and greatest prophet, and give thanks each day to the Luminous for having gifted us magic. The high dignitaries of Thélème are at the same time our spiritual guides, advocates, and grand mages.
I've heard say that dissensions have appeared recently in your nation.
Ah, you must certainly be speaking about the debates that have divided the Ordo Luminous and the more political orders. The Lord Luminous has an extremely pure vision of our faith and applies the words of our saint very strictly. But other, more open-minded factions exist within our nation. They believe that a less rigid dialectic would attract souls more readily to our faith. But their differences are purely theoretical and do not threaten the cohesion of our nation, I assure you.
What is your point of view on the relations between our two nations?
As ambassador of Thélème, I can only rejoice at the mention of our commercial treaties. We appreciate as well the welcome that your uncle gave to our missionaries. Thanks to your support, more and more believers wander your lands. The congregation is our most precious ally. To be perfectly honest, we have only two complaints. That heresy is tolerated, and that your treaties with the Bridge Alliance are maintained.
So, he doesn't like... Oh, whoa, no. He doesn't like heretics, but yet he doesn't like that we're part of the Alliance either. Interesting.
How is Thélème faring on Teofredi?
We built a marvelous city, San Matthias, on the western coast of the island. Did you know that certain historians believe that it might well have been the final resting place of our prophet? Our missionaries there are a multitude. Not a day passes without new islanders joining our sacred faith. Of course, there are certain pockets of resistance. There is talk of a demonic cult. Disgusting creatures. But I am confident that the Ordo Luminous will be able to put an end to these horrors. And we have tremendous hopes that the entire native population will join our ranks.
So the inhabitants of the island are the demonic cult he's talking about, as far as I can tell, and he doesn't like them. He doesn't refer to them as human. This guy seems like more of an enemy than they are. Okay, let's finish this up.
How goes the conflict with the Bridge Alliance?
Your territory is, alas, the only one that has been spared from the ravages of war on the continent. We fight on every front. Without great success, one must say. But what other choice do we have? These so-called savants not only refuse the light, but are determined in their fight against it.
And on Teer Fradee?
To my knowledge, no one has yet seen any serious fighting. The Bridge have succeeded in provoking the natives there, and have their hands full keeping them at bay. Which leaves us greater latitude to settle peacefully and pursue our mission of conversion.
Okay, so they're definitely not part of the same thing.
I must be going. Farewell, Excellency.
May the light guide you, de Sardet.
Okay, let's run straight down to the docks. Is there anywhere else have to be? Nope, just the docks.
The merchant is there.
So yeah, so apparently our people's been causing problems.
But I still don't see Constantine at your side. I hope he hasn't been the victim of any foul play.
Don't worry. We'll find him in time for departure.
I certainly hope so. Would you be in need of my help in any way?
What will be your official title on Teer Fradee? Or are you just here to keep an eye on us?
Come now, don't be ridiculous. I'm coming in the capacity of official advisor, nothing more. But His Highness has also asked me to report to him on certain strategic observations. I am therefore required to take note of all events, chart the island and its resources, but also obtain as much knowledge as possible concerning the more dangerous creatures of the island. Your help will be extremely valuable to me. I've no longer the legs of an adventurer.
It's always a privilege to help, Master.
So the answer was yes.
I
He's
need
just
to be
there.
leaving. I have quite a few things to do before we raise anchor.
So the answer is yes, he's just there to watch us.
Lively there, lads and lasses! I promised the merchants and their prince we'd be off before the tide. You, man, carry that properly. That porcelain is worth more than your life. There are some children we'd been best to refuse.
Captain Vasco!
And you are?
I'm de Sardet, the prince's niece. All is in order. We will soon be embarking on your boat.
It's a ship, not a boat.
Apologies.
Apologies for my asking, but the young governor isn't with you.
He didn't come home this morning. I need to find him before departure.
I hope nothing's happened to him or he hasn't changed his mind. The tide does not wait.
Perhaps he simply celebrated his imminent departure with a little too much enthusiasm. Is everything ready?
We're short a crew member. The cabin boy is missing. But have no fear, we will leave without him if he does not present himself before the tide.
Is he an important member of the crew?
We don't need him for sailing or navigation. He's only a cabin boy.
He must have simply had a bit too much to drink in celebrating his departure. Like another I know.
I doubt that. Jonas was never one to fancy drink. And it's been 2 days since last he was seen. No, I fear something bad has happened to him. Might I ask you, if you hear anything, could you report it to me? I would like to set sail with a clear mind.
I'm gonna ask about the cabin boy.
When did you see your cabin boy for the last time?
2 days ago.
It's been 2 days since I've had any news at all. It wasn't out of the ordinary until this morning. My men have free shore leave when we're at dock. But the day of departure, every able-bodied sailor must be present on the ship.
Does the boy know anyone in Serene?
Other than fellow Nords, you mean? I don't think so, but it's difficult to be sure.
This Jonas, does he have any close friends amongst the crew?
In tradition, we are all members of the same family. But yes, there would be Flavio and Laura.
Might I have a word with them?
As you wish. You'll find them over there, in port.
Have you seen anyone wandering about? Suspicious looking. Maybe clandestine passengers.
Take a look around. There are far too many comings and goings to spot possible stowaways. As long as they don't try and get on my ship, I pay no attention to them. That said, we did catch ourselves a smuggler just a while ago.
A smuggler? Maybe he could be of some use. Where could I find him?
In the port jails, not far from the warehouses. May I ask you, why the sudden interest in smugglers and the odd stowaway?
Nothing to bother yourself about. I'm just curious.
You wouldn't, by the sheerest of coincidences, be on the trail of a couple of heretics, Your Excellency. The same a couple of the ambassadors of Thélème's men have been looking for nigh on 2 days.
And so you know about that?
Of course. The Cardinal's henchmen are hard to miss, even in a crowd. And they were making quite a fuss, hoping we would cave in and help them in their hunt. Feel free to carry out your own investigation, but you'll end up with the same answers. The port brigs, just like the warehouses, are property of the Nords. No one else may enter.
Probably should have been.
You haven't heard anything about my cousin by chance, have you? To be honest, we were hoping to find him here.
Did you say he was intending on celebrating his departure? My men spoke of a rather animated party that went down at the Coin Tavern, but I haven't heard anything else.
That isn't the safest place in the city. I hope nothing has happened to him.
Let's go and find him. Thank you, Captain.
Happy to be of some help.
Is there anything else I can ask him about? The knots.
Could you tell me a little about your guild?
We are masters of the oceans. Our ships can sail where no others dare.
Thanks to your magic, so I've heard. How do you become a Nord?
Our magic, yes, that only the Nords master. As for your question, any child born on one of our ships is sea-born. He is a Nord from birth. Others are sea-gifted, joining the Nords for different reasons, often from a young age. It's how the guild is made and maintains its numbers.
Could you tell me anything about our destination? The island of Teofredi?
It is a magnificent place. Wild. Spared from your wars and your mines, for now. The natives have a relationship with their land and consider it sacred. They're a very friendly people, welcoming, that will appear to you strangely familiar. I've also heard that there are a great many exotic creatures, some enormous. But I wouldn't know what else to tell you. I've never strayed far from the ports.
Huh. Interesting.
What do you think of our port?
Are you referring to this one? It is the biggest high seas port on the continent. Thanks to your prince, even though it remains part of your city, it holds a particular status for us Nords. Certain zones are owned completely by us, and maritime law holds office. It's a good port. Were it not for the Malachor, it would be a pleasant place to dock.
Be back soon, Captain.
We need to have a word with that people smuggler the sailor mentioned.
He's a Captain Kurt, like yourself. And in order to interrogate the smuggler, we'll need to find a way into his jail.
Oh, okay. What does my ring give me? I don't have any firearms. I would love to get rid of this thing. I do not do well with this kind of weapon. Novice ring. Stun. Fury. Okay, cool. What's in here? Health potion. Okay, whatever. Negotiate with. That's where I find him. Crafting table, ignore that for now. That in. Yep. Down here. Old warehouses. Okay, go straight, I guess. Turn right.
The hiding place of this smuggler is filthy. But perhaps we'll discover some useful information.
Good day. Someone told me that you were a friend of Jonas, the young cabin boy who has gone missing.
That's right, yeah. Are you looking for him?
Yes. Your captain asked me to go and find him.
Happy to hear he's taken the disappearance seriously. What can I do for you?
When did you last see him?
2 days ago, in the evening. We went to have a drink in the tavern. Jonas, Lauro, and myself.
Did anything seem out of the ordinary? Was he troubled?
Maybe a tad troubled. Like he was somewhere else.
Why would that be? Give me your best guess.
Boy, I haven't the faintest idea.
What does Jonas do in his free time, when you're on land?
He just hangs around here or there. You know the cabin boys don't have half a sailor's wages. And when evening comes, we usually go down the tavern with good old Lauro.
Did he ever have one too many?
Never. He sips his pint like it was bad medicine. One drink lasts him the whole night.
Does he know anyone in Serene?
No one, far as I know.
Do you think he could have made himself any enemies?
I wouldn't think that for a moment. Jonas has a good heart and he steers clear of trouble and troublemakers.
I don't know where to start with this. Do you have any idea?
No. Lauro won't stop telling anyone who will lend him an ear that the boy was carried off by thugs.
And you don't believe him?
I like Lauro, don't get me wrong, he's like a brother. But to be honest, he drinks a little more than he should. The itch for a drink gets us all, but to him more than others, and when you drink too much, the imagination wanders. Here, yesterday, it was me who tied one over, and I thought I heard Jonas's voice by the canal. I called back to him, as you guessed, but then nothing. Drink. It blurs the senses.
What do you think about Captain Vasco?
He's a damn good navigator, and an excellent leader of men. He knows his craft well, in spite of being so young.
How old is he?
He's not seen his 25th year yet. If he keeps it up, he'll be an admiral one day.
I need to be going. Farewell.
So this is interesting. Someone... She thought she heard him crying out from the canals. And then... Another dude swore he saw him getting dragged off. So yeah, I'm betting he was picked up and dragged away. Let's see what he has to say.
I've been told that you know the missing cabin boy well. Is that right?
You talking about Jonas? You bet your stars I know him. But like I've been crying to the 9 deaf winds, he didn't go missing, he was taken.
Were you a witness to the event?
Yes, I was. Even though I'd had a few tumblers in the belly, I hadn't yet lost my head. The other day, in the tavern, I saw him talking to a well-dressed man. surrounded by some other sly ruffians. And then when we left, him and I, Flavia left a little earlier, you understand. Well, those brutes were there, waiting for him. They just up and took him like that. Grabbed his arms and poof. Gone. Vanished.
Why didn't you intervene?
I tried to, believe me. But my legs betrayed me. Wavering they were. And I fell into the gutter.
Did you report this to the captain?
Unfortunately not. I know all too well what weight my words carry. Even Flavia treated me like a drunken fool. And the captain? No, not telling him that. I still have some pride left. You get me?
Did Jonas seem troubled to you the night he disappeared?
Maybe. For sure he wasn't his usual self.
Do you know what was on his mind?
No. No idea.
Why would anyone want to snatch a mere cabin boy?
How would I know? Jonas is a gentle boy who keeps his head down. You think my story is nothing but mist too, don't you?
It's just that I can't imagine a gang of thugs hoping to get a ransom for a cabin boy. Did anyone else see the kidnapping?
There was still a small crowd in the tavern. But outside, I seem to recall that regular being there. We play cards with him from time to time. Kind of fellow who plays from morning to night time to be that skilled. But now and again he comes out. When nature calls, you know. I kind of remember his face being there.
What do you think about Captain Vasco?
He's a just man who knows his knots. He's well appreciated by the crew. It's a pity that he hasn't much heart for lass now and again. Always seems unhappy, our captain.
Thank you, Lauro. I need to be going.
Strange story, this.
Something isn't right here. I can feel it. We need to lift the veil on this.
Wow, I got a bunch of missions, and I can't see if I have side or how many side and main quests I have. It looks like it's just a bunch of side quests. Hey, thank you for joining the stream. There's a bunch of places I have to go to. Guess the next one would be... I'll search the smuggler's belongings. That's fine. Oh, it's right here. Cool. On a sailor's coat. Oh, cool. It gives you magic resist. There we go. Here's some more stuff. I have 2 new clients. They want to go to Alisand, and the inquiries on their heels, which will not take my job, will not make my job any easier. I think I can get them onto a ship easily enough. Let's just go with that. But we'll have to be cautious, and I hope that they will prove patient and discreet. I will hide them away in a warehouse behind the harbor office, where the Inquisitors will never dare enter. Cool, and that's more work for me. Okay, let's just go find these smugglers. Luckily for me, there's no stamina bar. You know, forget it. Right here, it's a job I can do. Okay, what can I do with this? Yeah, this does more damage apparently. I'd rather have a flippin' knife or something, not a Warhammer. In Greedfall, a quest can usually be completed in several different ways. It has more than one string to his bow. Cunning, perception, intuition, corruption, crafting. Okay, sorry about that. Ate something spicy and it is not being my friend. It has more than one way. Items from the crafting table. It will be some of the means available to you to reach your goals to improve the areas, spend potions, and corresponding talent tree, or wear equipment that offers bonuses. Treat threats in combat are also options, and your enemies are not receptive to your talents. Cool. I'm gonna talk to this passerby.
Greetings, Your Excellency.
Yeah.
Good day, Tavern Keeper.
Good day to you. What is your pleasure?
I'm looking for my cousin. His name is Constantine. I believe he was intent on celebrating his departure last night.
There was indeed a party here last night, but it ended badly.
Whatever do you mean?
A brawl broke out. My tavern was shattered, and no one's paid for the damages.
I'm sorry. Amongst the rebel rousers, did there happen to be a young man? 20 years of age? Hair down to his neck, light brown? Blue eyes? Quite the talker?
I don't believe it. Of course he was there. He's the man that started the fight. I hope you've come to reimburse me. Don't count on me to help you if that's not the case.
What kind of damage are we talking about exactly?
A good half of my furniture was broken into firewood. I piled up the lot over there.
Let me take a look. Perhaps it can be repaired.
If you can fix it, I'll be obliged. If not, you'll need to pay.
I wish I had a repair skill. Okay, let's go look at the firewood. I mean, furniture. Well, hello everybody. There's a lot of people here. Now, this looks like a very comfortable room. Okay, it's right here.
This furniture is in terrible condition. The fight must have been extremely violent.
It looks as if it's fixable. I've seen worse. We'll need to build some metal dowels, but once done, we can make them like new.
I could repair this if I had some metal dowels.
I hate you, game. Hey, is that a cart right there? It is. Check the whole downstairs before going any further. This seems to be the kitchen.
I don't have the key.
Do I want to try lockpicking? I need the lockpicking skill.
I don't have the key.
This knife would be so much better. Even okay, the one right in front of me would be better. Not great reach, but at least it would be better than. Come on, let me out. There you go. Wait, what's that? Ah, metal dowels. Well, that makes my job easier. I don't have to make them now. Why does this door not open? Interesting. Keys. Yes, keys. Yes, yes. Okay, let's see. I really need to get that lockpicking skill. Wait, is this... I like to use 100 blades instead of heavy weapons. I need two skill points for that. Shadow missiles and shadow impact inflict more damage. That would be pretty cool. And then we could use last longer. Cool, cool, cool. Need one more. Yeah, but they're not. I just need 1 point. Okay. Let's go this way. Let's go unlock those rooms since I got keys now.
Locked.
Hello, more goodies. And Keeper's Key. That's good to know. Now I can break in here after hours. Awesome. Okay, back in I go.
And there you have it. You'd never guess they were once broken.
Well then, were you able to repair it all?
Yes, just like new. Or nearly.
That does indeed look like fine work. You know what you're doing.
I would hope. Can you tell me where I can find my cousin now?
Your cousin is either a very bad joker or a right good fool. He went and insulted a band of ruffians from the lower boroughs. Dangerous fellows. They've a storehouse they operate out of a few streets from here.
What kind of business do they run?
Several, actually, and they're all illegal and profitable. But you didn't hear that from me. In any case, if you were set on recovering your cousin, I would hurry if I were you. They're not the tender sorts.
Thank you for the information.
Off with ya. Get him out of whatever mess he's got himself into. Seemed like a courageous fellow. Who could down his pint. Anything else?
I am looking for a Nort. A young cabin boy who has been missing roll call for 2 days now.
A note, you say? That's not a lot to go on. There are quite a few that come to my tavern.
According to one of his fellows, he would have been taken right here.
A kidnapping? In my establishment? You surely jest. Or at least I hope you do. I would have noticed. That doesn't hold water.
Someone told me about one of your faithful clients. A big gambler, it would seem.
I see. An able-bodied man. Passes his time lightening the pouches of sailors coming through.
Where might I find him at this time?
Here? He would never give away his chair at his table. Anything else?
How is business going these days?
It's picking up. We've not seen many new customers, but of late things are looking better. The Malicor and the neighbouring wars have dampened commerce. The epidemic still rages, but the possibility of finding a cure on that island has given people something to hope for. Now that we have a city there, quite a few seafarers come by to spend their wages.
Has the Malicor really put a damper on your business?
More than a damper. They were soaked. When the sickness began to spread, a wave of panic followed in its wake. People stopped going out of their homes. They were afraid. I was close to closing shop, I tell you. And then, thankfully, the alchemists of the bridge said that you couldn't just catch it like that. People were still distrustful, as is their nature, but they are leaving home again. It's a start. I also lost quite a few regular customers. Dead or too scared to venture back. Oh, but that's nothing new to you. The city would have sunk in the water if not for trade with the new isle.
With all these sailors coming and going, you must have heard some stories about Teer Fradee.
Right. Even stories that my heaviest drinkers would have trouble believing. They say that man-trees live there. Dragons and gigantic creatures. Treasure abounds under every rock. And the source of eternal life is hidden somewhere there. Last night, some Nauts even told me they brought back one of those giant beasts into the port. Ah, but you know the kind. If you ask my opinion, the drink was fueling their imaginations.
So,
I need
that's
to be
not
off.
good.
Farewell.
Goodbye.
Okay, where to next? I guess I'll be going out. So I was just messaging some people while they did all the talking. So upwards. Back down to the left. Take a right, maybe? Yeah. Nope, no one. Zones controlled by other faction. This zone is under control of another faction than yours. Certain places are forbidden for you. The costume, torso, blah blah blah, will allow you to trick the guards. You can also try this stealth approach, but if a guard spots you, it will result in a violent response and damage your reputation with the faction. That's not good. What did my mom? Okay. So guys, it looks like I'm gonna leave it right here. So please leave a like, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you guys later. Let's save this first so y'all see what I'm doing. Cool. And now let's exit to main menu. Cool. Okay guys, so I will see you all later.